Looks like Palantir secured another contract for defense. Man, these guys are just rolling in the deep with these defense contracts. I mean, we tend to forget that this was a defense company from the start. Defense, right? So like, it's no surprise that these guys do this. But this one is basically for $1 billion with a company called Andruil, which all these Lord of the Rings names are really, coming out here in the woodwork here, right? But basically that just means the Sword of the West, if I'm not mistaken. I gotta brush up on my Lord of the Rings, man. Any of you guys out there speak Elven? But anyway, yeah, this is a huge contract because, there's tumultuous times. And from that Alex Karp interview, he mentioned that, there's stuff that he feels a little skeptical about, just from a geopolitics perspective. I know that there's a lot of geopolitical tension around the world in general with the whole like Russia, Ukraine, Biden situation. There's a few other things. There was a few missiles that were intercepted over Abu Dhabi. I actually used to live there too, so it's like I can I can only imagine like what those guys are going through, kind of thing. So this is the kind of stuff we're all protected from in the West, and there are some brave soldiers and people out there on the defense side of things actually face the brunt of these things and protect us public from some of these things. So it's really important that that side of it gets bolstered as well. I mean, regardless of what your views are, it just matters that these guys are working hard to keep us safe, and these kind of defense things. It's not malicious. It's really made from a defense perspective, right? These things are intercepting drones and stuff like that. So they're not like making nukes or stuff. So I think it's really important that we realize that this is an ongoing issue in the world, and it's not just about stocks and stuff like that. So from that perspective, I think this is good news. So it makes sense that these contracts are signed. Also, I did do a video not too long ago, I think it was something like 6 weeks ago, where they actually they were testing this thing called Lattice to intercept drones and stuff like that out of the air. And that Lattice thing was actually using Gotham, what it looked like, at least from a UI perspective. So it's pretty interesting that this is finally, public news. And it was made public news actually by like the founder of Andruil on Twitter. At least that's where I saw it. Fun fact, did you also know that Palmer Luckey is the founder of Oculus? The more you know. And shout out to Rudy Palantard, man. He's the one who brought this up and shared this information with me. I'll put a tweet of the actual founder here. Looks like Special Operations has picked Andruil actually to lead the counter drone effort. I feel like defense is at a state where they're all like Batman, they have the utility belts, and they just start piecing up utilities and and all these different kinds of weapon systems and stuff like that, which is like really cool to see. So I know this isn't the commercial side of it, but it's kind of cool actually, the type of technology. But if you haven't seen the video, I'll leave a link up here. You can go check it out. But basically, it's like if you see a drone flying and stuff, it'll just go and intercept it. And there's modeling to predict like trajectory and stuff like that, and it'll go out and intercept it with another drone. It's actually kind of cool. I know that some airports have this kind of issue, right? When planes are flying up, some folks, some idiots, basically try to lift their drones up there to see if they can. I don't know what they're trying to do with it, but it's really dangerous. So this kind of stuff has broader implications than just the military, which is usually the case with anything the military picks up. Anytime they pick up something, within a few years, there's some sort of like commercial use for it. So it's pretty cool. But I don't think it's huge news for the commercial side, but it is very interesting that Palantir is working with a broader range of companies to get different kinds of data sets. And they're just improving their own side too, and their own modeling. And this is only going to grow, right? I mean, whether in the commercial, if it's in the commercial side, we'll see it in the stock price and that kind of stuff. And we'll see it too from the government and the defense side of it. But everyone's kind of focusing on commercial, including Palantir themselves. So I understand why there's a focus there. But it is very important to know that these guys are, very keen on the defense side of it as well. And they want to protect the West and all that kind of stuff. So it's important to see them actually, put their money where their mouth is and make these kind of big contracts with companies that are interested in the same kind of thing. So hopefully that was a quick enough update for you guys. Apologize for the background. It's not the same usual one with the Street Fighter arcade, but I've been kicked out since they're getting some work done in the house. So I'll be up here from time to time. But until then, I'm out of here. Catch y'all later. Peace.